All right, man, we back. Mercy Sports Talk. Let's get into it. Let's talk about the possibility of Danny Amendola leaving Detroit and where he could end up. But first, let's talk about Tony Gonzalez being a big TJ Hockenson fan and how Tony Gonzalez wants to work with TJ Hockenson, and Hockenson, responding saying he would love to be down to work with Tony Gonzalez. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. And they rookie numbers were very, very identical, man. I think Dave Burkett pulled him up in 30-some catches, 600-some yards, and 2 TDs. And like I said before, man, Tony Gonzalez is arguably the greatest tight end ever. Only reason that he may get overlooked because he didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but he's a great tight end, And with that being said, tight end position isn't a position that you hit the ground quick rolling and you a Hall of Famer. Like I said, Mike Ditka still has the greatest rookie tight end statistically of all time, even with this high fly passing league. So let that sink in for a minute. But Hockenson rebutted to Gonzalez' invite to work with him. He said, "I would love the opportunity to learn from the best. You say when and where, and I'm there at Tony Gonzalez 88. And I believe in Hockenson. And what I said when they drafted Hockenson is that the tight end position is a position that takes some marination. It takes time to learn. It's already a complex position. Because one, you have to know the run blocking. Two, you have to know the pass blocking. You have to know the line audibles. You have to know the routes. You have to know when you have option routes. You got to know when it's zone, when it's man, when it's sit down, when to go to the corner, when to go to the post. Now, you might have to learn a H-back position now. Now you got tight ends playing the X or going into the slot. You got to know the combinations, the route, the route tree in the slot. So it's so different. It's tough. George Kittle took him a little while to become, one of the best tight ends. Travis Kelce, it took him a little while to become one of the best tight ends. And this is what you get when you draft a tight end. A tight end is usually not an immediate impact position. They might be great at things you don't see in run block. You see them get some holding penalties here and there. The speed of the game is definitely different. So this is kind of what I'm trying to warn people about. The Lions taking Jeff Okudah. You know what I'm saying? The cornerback position is another position that's dependent on the front seven. It's dependent on the safeties. It's dependent on the maturation process. And the cornerback position is a position that takes a long time. It takes a while to become great at. So you're talking about Bob Quinn, and he might be on the hot seat, which I really don't completely believe that. Why would you take a chance on Jeff Okudah when he's going to take a long time to pay dividends? That's not a position where you come in and you start him out there, and even if he plays great, it don't mean you're going to make the playoffs. It doesn't have the impact of a quarterback. It doesn't have the impact of a running back. So the tight end position, the cornerback position, that's why you don't see a lot of those guys go real high, because they're positions that are dependent on other positions and it take a long time to learn from. But once they learn and they become really, really good, they pay off down the line. So I think it's a great thing. I think Hockenson and Gonzalez, they got a lot similar background. They both can hoop. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of tight ends were hoopers. Jimmy Graham, and they great athletes. So I think Tony Gonzalez can really elevate TJ Hockenson. But the only thing that's going to be his number one teacher, other than a mentor like Tony Gonzalez, is going to be experience. Just getting out there, knowing the speed, learning the playbook, being in the same offense 2 years in a row is going to help. The speed of just the game. The game going to teach him. And at one point, if he meant to be great, which I think he is going to be great and go down as one of the top tight ends to ever do it, due to the era he playing in, if he's going to be great, it's going to be because the NFL is going to be his greatest teacher. And he's going to be a great learner. But let's talk about Danny Amendola real quick. And I'll put all this in the description on the source link. Said that Danny Amendola is going to be following Tom Brady. Okay. Tom Brady wants to take Danny Amendola wherever he is going. Maybe Tennessee. The Chargers said Phillip Rivers ain't coming back. Or if he stays in New England, which I don't see him leaving New England. But it is reported if he come back to New England that Belichick may walk it like he talk it. and go somewhere else. And if Belichick leave, well, if I'm Mark DeFord, I'm cutting the check for Belichick right away. That's the Patriot way that I want. Right? But yeah, Amendola is expected to follow Tom Brady wherever Tom Brady goes this offseason. Amendola was with Julian Edelman when Edelman was jumping on that car in Beverly Hills, which they kind of swept under the rug, and he got in trouble and went to jail. And I don't know what's going to happen with that, but Amendola, Edelman, Tom Brady, they real close. So, like I said before, people acting like losing Edelman is a huge loss. No, that's a great loss because the Lions are rebuilding. For whatever reason, I was listening to 97 on a ticket, one of the rare occasions I do get to listen to it when I'm in the car. When it's not in the morning. People in Detroit seem to believe this team is the 49ers. They close to turn the corner. No. This team don't have enough talent. It lacks depth almost at every position, probably not tight end. And another problem with this team, is the lack of speed. And Amendola is great. He agile, a little injury prone, but you need somebody that can stretch the field. And they need to get younger at the receiver position. They need to get more vertical so Matthew Stafford can just dump it off and the 2-yard, 5-yard hitch or a bubble screen go for a touchdown, or he can chuck it down the field and he can go for a touchdown. So I think it's a great loss to get rid of Danny Amendola because you need more speed at the receiver everywhere. And Amendola is a slower veteran, so I think they need to get faster in the slot. And if they can get faster there, they get faster and have a replacement for Marvin Jones. Like I said, I like CeeDee Lamb. I like Jerry Jeudy. There's a lot of good depth at the receiver this year, but we'll see if they can find a slot receiver as Edelman decide to move on. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Let me know how you feel in the comment section. We gone.